Hello, beautiful creatures. Welcome to my channel. I am Aradia Arcanum, and I wanted to make this video today to share with you how I work with the Solomons Pentacles, the Planetary Pentacles, because I get a lot of questions about what do you do after you activate them, or even how you activate them, and specific questions about each of the planets. So I did a step-by-step a walkthrough of how I activate the pentacles, and everybody's process is different. But I shared mine and what it is that I do and the elements that I work with for each of the, or how I go about getting the elements to work with each of the planetary pentacles. And so that process in general is the same. It is just you switch out the correspondence according to each planet. But I haven't shared, I think I did, but I'm going to do it again if that's the case, because I am currently about to activate, today's Friday, that I'm at the time that I'm filming this. So I'm going to activate another pentacle, and I want to work with that. So I want to share that with you. And if that's something you want to hear, stick around. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Please do consider subscribing. All things magic. I never know what it is I'm going to talk about, but it is within the realms of magic, the occult, esoteric topics. And yeah, and all of you who are here, again, I always appreciate you being here in this space of mine, in this small corner in this world of YouTube. So let's get into it. So I am going to activate and it was inspired after reading, and I have it here to share with you. I talked a little bit about this book here, The Sorcery of Solomon, by Sarah L. Mastros. Great book, by the way, but I wanted to talk about, I was reading it and I was inspired to, because she gives the name, a name to the pentacles, because every time I've gotten that question also, so it gets kind of confusing because there's several pentacles for each of the planets, so it's only numbered. It's like the second pentacle of, or this planet, or the third or fourth pentacle of this planet. So I thought it was great that she gave a name to these pentacles, and a name is based on what the pentacle is about, what is written, and so forth. So I thought it was interesting, and this is a great book. Several reasons, and one of them is she breaks down all of the symbols, well, not symbols, the language that is written within each of these pentacles, and their meaning, and so forth. So I get that question. Well, not that question. I've spoken to some people about it, and one of they're a bit hesitant because sometimes working with another language, and I understand that very well, which is why I wind up altering things that I work with, that resonates with me, so that I fully understand what it is that I am going to do and manifest or invoke. So a lot of people are hesitant because of the language, right? So they don't understand what it's saying. It's like when you go to get a tattoo and they tattoo something in another language. You really, really want to make sure that it's what it is, that you are knowing what it's saying, right? So that's the same thing with these pentacles, which is why I think it's great that Sarah broke it down for each of the pentacles. So I'm going to work with the second pentacle of Venus. I I activate the third pinnacle. I haven't, because I have all 44 printed. And I think I'm going to offer that for free for you guys, but so stay tuned for that. So the second pinnacle of Venus in Sarah's book is called the Seal of Sheba. So I'm going to read a little bit of what it says here in the book about the Seal of Sheba. So the versicle of this pinnacle is from the Song of Songs, chapter 8, verse 6. When the book is read as the love story of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, these are her words to him. Set me a seal on your heart and on your arm. For as strong as death is love. Wow, that's powerful. So this is the reason why she's calling this the Seal of Sheba. So the words that are on here, it goes, the fifth word is traditionally translated as on your arm, and I have followed this tradition. More specifically, it can mean on your bicep or on your shoulder, which is why some people choose to tattoo this seal on their left bicep. So she goes on to explain a lot of how the translation of this wording, as I mentioned, this is what she does throughout this book for for the Pentacles. So I was inspired by this to activate this pinnacle and work with it. What happens after I activate a pinnacle, right? So I put them, much like talismanic things. I set them aside, and I they have their own place. All my pinnacles, and when I want to specifically cast some magic or call forth that energy, I will pull that seal out, and then do a little magic with that. Whether I meditate on it or stare, like a gazing meditation, sitting with that sigil, or casting a little candle magic, which is a lot of what I would typically do to manifest that energy, invoke that energy, and speak an incantation. I'll write, for that specific moment, I'll write some words to say, to speak. But it's very simple. It's nothing hard. It's just once you have activated it, you will then, whenever needed, use it for that purpose. And what that looks like is you're gonna take that paper, and what some people do, I really don't. I haven't done it. I think I might, though, really invest into creating smaller, maybe even one wood disc or something like that, but that's, in the future. What people usually do is they'll have a smaller version if this is something that they're going to continue to work with, right? So, but what I have been doing is just simply taking that printout, and maybe one day, and now that, in this book, she has the breakdown of what this language is speaking, maybe I may venture out into actually drawing the pinnacle for that planet, myself. But for now, what I do is I take the printout and I take that piece of paper. I'll pull it out. It's activated already, and I'll set it out. Sometimes I'll set the candle on top of it, in a candle holder, to preserve the printout. And yeah, just begin to work like that. It's a piece of paper, right? So if and sometimes I've done that, I've burned them. So it just depends, right? Whenever you want to, I'll activate another one, right? So if something happens and I'm doing some candle magic, or I burn it, I will then, if I want to work with that pinnacle again, print out another one. Go through the process of kind of charging it on that perspective day, whatever that planet is, and I will go ahead and resume that process again. Activate it, set it aside for when I want to work with it again. You activate it once, and that's that. And then after it's activated, you continue to use it until that you get rid of that paper, you burn it, or whatever the case may be. And in that case, you would need to activate another printout or draw one. Draw, if you're brave enough to take on that task, to draw the pentacle yourself. But you activate it once and then use it as often as you like. Here is the activation and me using the pentacle.
O Haniel, O Haniel, O Haniel, great Archangel Haniel, I call upon your celestial powers. O great Venus, illustrious laughter, loving queen, sea-born, night-loving, a beautiful scene. Come, all attractive to my prayer inclined. For thee I call with holy reverent mind.